and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College News Magazine, to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might better serve you. Now, today, we're going to learn about the Follow Your Dreams Athletic Banquet, which is coming up in January. Athletic Director Scott Rogers is with us to talk about that and this year's inductees into the Columbia Basin College Athletic Wall of Fame. We're also going to hear about the Columbia Basin College basketball program, specifically the women's program, with head coach Cheryl Holden and veteran guard Andrea Bland. But first, we're going to hear about a brand new program at Columbia Basin College. And with us is the executive director of the Aerospace Joint Apprenticeship Committee, or AJAC, Laura Hopkins. And Laura, all the way from Seattle, welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
First of all, what is AJAC?
AJAC is a state-funded nonprofit organization that was created to address the aerospace industry's need to have the next generation of tradespeople trained. We have a serious issue in Washington, not just in Washington State, across the nation, where the next generation of folks who do machining work or aircraft mechanics or any kind of work with their hands, that they're really not getting trained. And so we have a bunch of folks about to retire, and we don't have people to replace them. And the aerospace industry is in a bit of a panic about that. And so the state decided to fund a program to help make sure that that next generation gets trained.
And the program not only includes CBC, but other schools, right?
Yeah, we have programs in King County, Snohomish County, Pierce County, Spokane, but we're happy to be here. This is where you finally made it here, and we just started this past fall.
And what does this program offer to CBC students?
It gives folks an opportunity to get an education while they're working and getting paid. So basically, people get employed and they work at a company doing something like machining, for example, and while they're doing their work, they're getting trained on the job. And we actually have a mentorship program where so they show up to work, they work with their mentor, they learn things on the job, but one night a week they have to go to school to learn the theory behind everything they're learning on the job. And we do that in partnership with Columbia Basin College. So they go to class at the college.
Well, what are some of the different aspects of aerospace machining?
That's a great question. Aerospace machining can involve everything from where you're working on large manual machines such as lathes and mills, to doing computer work where you're actually programming what we call CNC technology, where you're doing computer numerical controls, and you're similar to if you're doing web design. It's where you program something to come up on the web. It's a similar thing where you have to program things into this computer, and basically you'd have a big block of metal, and the machine is shaving away different parts of that piece of metal until you come up with your product. And it could be a pipe, or it could be any sort of product that's used in an aircraft. And so there's different pieces, whether you're actually working with your hands on a manual machine or you're using the computerized machines. You're still having to learn the technology and the theory behind all that. Fantastic.
Now, talking about an aging workforce, so there must be some good career opportunities across the country.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a very good middle-class job. The pay range is pretty high. In this region, our journey level workers, which would be folks who've been through our program and they receive a journey level certificate from Washington State saying you are sort of a master mechanic, they're going to be receiving around over $20 an hour, and that's just at 4 years. So by the time you spend more time, of course the wages go up from there.
Okay, any prerequisites to get into the program?
It's really quite simple. You have to be 18 years of age, you have to have a GED or equivalent of high school diploma, and you also have to pass what we call a World of Work Inventory Assessment. And it's a relatively easy assessment for your English and your math and mechanical aptitude. And we can help, once you contact the AJAC office, we can help you learn about where you can go take those tests or assessments. And we also have practice websites and things that you can go to if it's been a while since you've done your math, which is the case for a lot of people.
Sure.
That we have links to websites and we tell you exactly, okay, make sure you practice these problems before you go take that assessment.
Well, it's an outstanding program. We're really looking forward. We're excited about it. And Laura Hopkins, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And there's a phone number up on our screen now to call for more information. Coming up, we'll take a look at one of the most successful women's basketball programs in the Northwest. Stay tuned. 2 NWAC championships since 2005, numerous East Region titles, including last year, and a third-place finish last year in the NWAC tournament, and now in her 11th season as the head basketball coach at Columbia Basin College, Cheryl Holden. And with her today, Andrea Bland. What's this year's squad looking like?
Well, Frank, we're shaping up, trying to find our identity, and we have 5 returners back and complemented by 7 new players. Okay,
and of course you are in the very tough NWAC East, and of course last year was similar to a lot of other years when the East went 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the NWAC 16-team tournament. So any changes on the hierarchy do you see?
No changes, Frank. In fact, I think it's going to be tougher. Yakima, Walla Walla in the last poll was ranked 1, 2 respectively, and I don't see it getting any easier with the number of players that they have returning. So it'll be a tough division.
Well, with the success of those 2 programs and yours being kind of in the same area, does anybody ever venture into anybody's territory to recruit players?
I think we all venture. I think the hard part is when we have a limited number of players in the area to recruit from, and we're all, after that 1 or 2 top player. And, we give our sell pitch on our academics and our program, and then we try to find those student athletes that will match our expectations.
And one of those is sitting right next to you. What can you tell us about Andrea?
Andrea is from Ellensburg, and she has been a starter the last 2 years, and she brings a lot of enthusiasm, and we're looking forward to her sophomore year because last year we had to put her as a point guard, and now she's back playing the off guard, where we think that she's going to do a great job.
Well, Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
And tell us a little bit about this year's team. Is the makeup is different, of course, but is the CBC game different too? Is it kind of unique from last year's team?
I mean, we're still trying to follow the same program and do the same things. It's just the fact that we have to find a different way to do it. We have to find a different way to work together. We have to find, we don't have height, so we have to get quicker. We have to, do little things like that. I mean, but other than that, I mean, nothing's really different than what we do, as our program.
Right, I understand that. But you had some taller players last year.
Yeah, we did.
And now you're running more as far as
yeah, we're definitely working on getting quicker, moving the ball faster, and things like that.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. As Coach mentioned, you come from Ellensburg. Why did you choose Columbia Basin College?
I really like the program. When I came here, it's kind of like everyone has the same expectations. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to work hard to do that. The coaching staff, it's great. The players are, I mean, it's like one big family aside of being a team, and I really like that.
So what are your plans after CBC?
I'm not really sure yet. I plan on playing another 2 years. I'm not positive where, and then job-wise, I'm kind of hoping to land in the medical field.
Oh, wow. So a doctor maybe, or nursing?
Yeah, nursing, then we'll see.
Okay, well, both of you, good luck on another successful season. I'm sure we'll be seeing you in the NWAC tournament again, not to put any pressure on you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks.
And we'll be back. There's a couple of people going into the Wall of Fame at Columbia Basin College, and they always had a lot of pressure on them, and they delivered. And we'll hear about them and the athletic banquet when we return.
Columbia Basin College is helping you to move ahead. Introducing the Bachelor of Applied Management degree. Take the fast track to your new career by building upon your AA or AAS degree. Learn the skills you need to manage and lead. And you can do it in as little as 2 years with flexible night classes. We're now accepting applications at Columbia Basin College.
I could be what I needed to be for my family. I could meet my demands at work, and I could be very successful at my education and meeting all my life's goals.
Well, one of the most exciting nights of the year at Columbia Basin College is the Follow Your Dreams Athletic Banquet and the induction of Wall of Fame people. And with us here today, with all the answers, is Athletic Director Scott Rogers. Welcome.
Thanks, Frank.
Tell us a little bit about the Follow Your Dreams banquet that's coming up this year at Columbia Basin College.
The banquet's going to be on Thursday, January 26th. It started off 6 years ago, more or less as a fundraiser to help with athletic scholarships. The emphasis is still there, but it's really morphed into more of a showcase for the history of the school and really being able to identify our past and a couple of our athletes, and we've got 2 quality inductees going in this year.
And what will the night consist of?
We'll have a social hour at about 5:30. About 6:30 we'll start the program with dinner. And Dick Zorns will be the MC, he was the coach of the 1978 National Championship team.
Dick Zorns.
One of his players is being inducted, and we look forward to having him there. He's a lot of fun. He is.
He doesn't mince words either, does he?
No, he's on top of his game. He's pretty lively and very funny. I look forward to listening to him.
Okay, now let's get on to the big news, the inductees for 2012, a couple of great ones.
Yeah, Mark Kafensis is going to lead us off. He played on the 78 national title team. He was an All-American as a defensive back and a kick returner, later played at the University of Hawaii. Drafted by the Cleveland Browns, played for the Baltimore Colts, had a career cut short by injuries, but we're really happy to have him back. Dave McKay played baseball in '69 and '70 for Ed Maxwell, was drafted by the Minnesota Twins, was also an original member of the '77 Toronto Blue Jays, and finished his career with Oakland. Just finished his 27th year in Major League Baseball as a coach, capping it off with his 3rd World Championship with the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's going to be exciting. Dave McKay coming here. Really, really exciting. Okay, what about tickets for the event? How much are they? Where do you get them?
Well, the tickets are $70 each, or a table of 8 for $500, and you'd call Nancy Adams and the CBC Foundation at 542-4721.
And if you didn't get that, that's going to be on our screen here in just a moment.
No.
And now, as far as you say, it's still not a fundraiser because you don't have the auctions anymore, but there's still money that comes from this, right, that goes into the athletic?
It'll generate money, and every dollar of it's going to go towards athletic scholarships to help our student athletes. So it's for a great cause. Not only a great night for celebration, but it's a great cause for our current athletes as well.
Fantastic. Scott, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
January 26th is the day, 5:30 social hour, 6:30 dinner for the Follow Your Dreams banquet. And that's the Columbia Basin College campus community for this time.